How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first live shootout for Robert Rambles On. Today, I'm going to have Jordan Smothers on with me. I've sent an invite to him, just waiting for him. Wait for a few people to get in here also. Guys, I can't see this. The sun's right in my eyes. So give me just a second. Morning, Tony. Just waiting on Jordan to show up. What's up, Jason? Morning, Jorge. I'll send in an invite to him. Just waiting for him to get set up. I'm going to do a little bit of shooting while we're waiting on him. There it is. Looks like Jordan's fixing to come on, guys. What's up, Jordan?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Not much. How you been?
Ooh, okay. Been all right, man. Trying to set
Good
this
deal.
thing up here.
Yeah, yeah. Take your time. Take your
See
time.
can you see my box there?
I can't
I,
see anything, but
I
the
think
sun's right in
that.
my eyes. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yep.
What's up, man? How you been?
Doing good, man. How y'all been?
Oh, hanging in there, doing things.
Yep, yep. Well, guys, I wanted to bring Jordan on for a couple different reasons. First off, he and I have become fairly well acquainted since we met at SEST about 5 months ago. Um, I contact or found Jordan through his frames, which I'm shooting as bear hunter right now. or one of his barrel hunters is one of my favorites. I bought a few frames from him from SEST, and he and I competed together and talked a little bit, and since then have talked more. And I just really want to get everybody to get to know some of the people that I have come to know and love in this community, and really like to get Jordan to tell us his slingshot story and a little bit more about what he does.
Let me try to see if I can do this without too much glare here. But
Yeah.
oh, probably not.
Yep.
Y'all gonna have to deal with the sun a little bit.
That'd be all right.
Yeah, my slingshot story isn't probably anything different than a lot of people's. I was real into archery, and I was very into YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So watching archery stuff on YouTube, they give you the suggested videos for other things that are similar.
Right.
And I saw a video from Jorg Sprav on the Slingshot channel.
Yes.
And that was by far, I mean, it was the wildest thing I'd ever seen.
Which one was it, the Gatling gun?
It was the one where he shoots the 2-pound steel torpedoes.
Oh man. and you thought slingshots are that cool, I've got to get into it, right?
I was like, of course I had a wrist rocket, of course.
Right.
Who didn't have one?
Right.
But yeah, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go find that thing and I'm gonna shoot me some big
big old honking cannonballs.
Yeah, something. I'm gonna shoot something ridiculous out of it. And of course they don't shoot much ridiculous stuff out of there.
No.
But what struck me kind of obviously it's like over the top. Jorg is just over the top. But what struck me as being the craziest part was that he built them.
Yeah. I mean, just out of imagination and scrap wood, and let's see if it'll work.
And it's hard to Jorg is just like a maniac, but he's an engineering genius. I mean, the guy can build anything.
Yep, absolutely.
He built this stuff out of plywood and just some exercise latex,
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, wow. I'm not a builder. I've never been a builder. I like to dabble in crafts and stuff, but I've never been like somebody who really did any kind of work with my hands or anything.
Right.
But after watching more of his videos, it just seemed like, I might be able to do some of this stuff. So I got into the world of slingshots via Jorg Sprav, and I got into the building aspect via Jorg Sprav. So I have a lot to thank for him.
As out there as it is, I can absolutely agree with it.
Yeah, he had a few videos doing building some stuff out of plywood, and that's what I started with. Just got some cheap plywood at the hardware store and used some glue to fill in the gaps, and shot some frames that I found online, some templates that I found online.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it, man. It just took off from there.
Just took off. I mean, that's about how most of us do it. I mean, like you said, yours isn't much different than a lot of us. I kind of did the same thing. I started finding the templates, and I didn't want to purchase every single one of them out there to see if I liked it. So I just started building them to see which ones I did like, so I could kind of hone it in. But the community though of slingshots, I mean, you got to agree with me. It's like nothing else.
No, it's. I've never. I've been in a lot of clubs. I played a lot of sports in high school. I was in Boy Scouts. I did a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been around a bunch of people who are just like so uh, welcome. That's really, I mean, the
Yeah.
most encompassing word I can think of.
Right. It's, I say it all the time, uh, but the love this community has is just overwhelming times. And y'all have become my extended family. People I've never even met. I mean, you and I have met. We've shot together and everything like that.
Yeah.
But people all around the world that I have conversations with on a daily basis have become my extended family.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
just, it's amazing how easy this community is to get along and how welcoming, like you said, it is. And I've never seen another community that wants to help out each other as much as this one does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. I have a brother and a sister. They're both younger than me. And we're
Mm-hmm.
really close. I'm really close to them. We take camping trips every year and we go do things. We get together for holidays and people's birthdays and everything. Honestly, I talk to Slingshot people more than I talk to them.
Yep.
I talk to Slingshot, the community in general, more than I talk to them. I mean, every day I talk to at least a few people, and the
Mm-hmm.
people vary here and there. I talk to you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people are kind of like when you do something fun or when you do something that you think is like an accomplishment, you want to show it off, and everybody is just like there for you. They want to cheer you on and share in the accomplishments.
Exactly. There's very few of the guys that are like, oh, well, you could have done this and you could have done. Most of us are there, dude. That's great. No matter what level you're at, absolutely, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Get to the next level and push me to the next level and push you to the next level. But and like I said, it's just an awesome feeling to have an extended family like that.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of other aspects too, there's a lot of competition for any number of things. Like there's competition out there for money, there's competition out there for status, there's competition out there for whatever.
All right.
But like it's a funny thing because a stick and some latex, and I could shoot lights out, burning things. Just I could shoot whatever I want down to shooting a steel ball with a steel ball,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's gonna come with another stick and some more latex and shoot better.
Yeah. And
It's
and and
it's
it doesn't
like
and it could be,
somebody's gonna have like
but
I could have the newest latex, the coolest frame, and be shooting really well, be like one of the top guys, and then somebody comes with a stick and some rubber bands
rubber
and
bands.
just knocks me down a peg. It's like you can't be that
It
guy because you're gonna get humbled. I mean, somebody's gonna
exactly.
come
That's
and,
exactly what I
and
was
shoot
fixing to
better.
say. Exactly what I was fixing. It is a very humbling sport, but it is a very humbling sport. Oh man, I mean, there are days that I can walk out here sick as a dog, walk over here with a frame that I'm not really used to the fork with, and split a playing card first shot. Then there's days I walk out here and I'm lucky if I hit anything in my catch box, and
Yeah,
I'm feeling perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But
I have a
I
I
don't
have
know
a
what it.
video. I have a video on YouTube where I set up a dime and I shot
Mhm.
a dime from like I don't know, probably 10 or 12 yards.
Right.
I set it up and I hit it on the first shot. And I was like, oh my God, it was so you're so pumped. You're like sniping. And then that was outside. It's in the elements. I shoot a dime, right?
Right.
That was like almost a year ago. And now yesterday, I was in my basement and I'm indoors. I got my whole setup, my new frame I've been practicing and practicing and practicing with. And I was shooting like a 60 millimeter spinner. And I was like
hmm
maybe 50%. I couldn't hit the damn thing more than 2 or 3 times in a row to save my life.
And,
And after,
and it's like that.
yeah, yeah, you get those days where it's like, man, I hope
And
nobody's watching.
exactly. And that's what I was trying to say. It's not the community that humbles you. It is the stick and latex that'll humble you.
Oh yeah,
I
oh yeah,
mean, the community's still like, oh, dude, go ahead. You're awesome. You missed the side of the barn that time, but you're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. You know, I go out and I do a little bit of slingshot hunting.
Mm-hmm.
This past fall, I was out looking for some squirrels,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked up and I thought I saw something moving. It was like stuck in like the fork of a tree. It was like this little lump. I couldn't even see really what it was, but it looked like it was moving.
Mm-hmm.
And you can like hear them when they're chewing, you know?
Right.
So I like, and I hit it. I was like, oh my God. It must have been 30 feet in the air. It was like 20 or 30 feet away from me. I mean, it was like just and I hit it and
Yeah.
it fell. Headshot, clean kill. And then I've had squirrels literally 10 yards from me looking dead at me.
Looking,
And I can shoot and miss and shoot and miss and shoot and miss. And they just walk away.
and they're staring at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just trot.
I haven't done a lot of hunting with the slingshot, but your experience with them sitting there looking at you, laughing at you, is more my experience.
Yeah, man. You just feel like there's times where sometimes when I'm shooting, so I made this one for myself. This is one of my Yetis.
Oh, that's cool.
Got the binding post, polycarbonate, carbon fiber, right?
Oh,
All the cool stuff.
Right.
This is the one I was shooting yesterday. Couldn't hit jack with it. So what did I do? I went and picked up one of my natties and just
Yep.
just gonna rip them. You know, not really aim, not do much, and just put a bunch of balls through the bands. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Sometimes you got to get all those misses out of the way in order to get the hits back.
Yeah. It's like I might as well have thrown the damn slingshot at the target.
Probably would have hit it easier.
Yeah.
Like this can, I've got one little sliver on there just hanging on, and I can't seem to hit it for the life of me.
What kind of targets do you typically like?
I typically like spinners.
Yeah.
They're, I know it's boring, but they stay in one place. They're reactionary, and I'm not putting a hole through a piece of paper that I'm steadily putting it through the black hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I can definitely tell when I hit that spinner dead center because of how it reacts. So I guess that's why I like them so much. I like the little cheap targets I get from like Dollar Tree, like Jason Horridge does. Just something to blast at. They're fun, but for practice, a spinner.
Yeah, sure. I'm
Oh, we lost Jordan. Let's see. Well, guys, we lost Jordan. I'm not quite sure what happened, but the gist of it was we want to say just how much we appreciate the community. It has been a lifesaver for many of us, and we really do appreciate y'all. On that note, we'll sign off. This is Robert from Robert Rambles On. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank you, guys.